Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As to the current time of 5:11 p.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum traded $3,461, up about 5.42% so far. Respect to overall crypto market on today, the 1st of April, also the first day of Q2, we are ending on a relatively good note on this Friday. Across the entire crypto market, you can see that clearly with bright green, so is the equity market as well. And with respect to the job numbers that came out today, obviously was a positive one, driving buying pressure across the entire market. But obviously way more prominent on the crypto side compared to the equity side. There's some sort of an anti-collision effects that's going on, depleting the funding of supply from the obviously equity side onto crypto, knowing the fact that there are a lot of macro and micro catalysts on driving the buying pressure for crypto. So without wasting more time, let's just dive into the technicals. Across the spectrum, I've added a special request from my Patreon member that's recently joined, and thank you so much for supporting the subscription and also the channel. I appreciate you know who you are. And this special request was to include Ethereum Classic into the analysis as well. So we'll dive into it right now in a bit. And before I do that, today again is with respect to the first day on Patreon subscription, and I think it makes sense, for those that subscribe to it, to begin your membership on day one of each month, because it kicks in on the first day, right? So you get the most out of the money that you spend if you start your subscription today, right? So this is basically a high-level overview on the buy, sell, hold signal on both 70 crypto assets, and then subsequently I also do ones for stocks as well. So something to think about if this is something that's of your interest. It's basically to make it more simplify of what we already talk about on a day-to-day basis on the analysis that we do together on a technical front. So without wasting more time, let's just dive into technical analysis with respect to recording time of 5:13 p.m. on Eastern Time. Ethereum is the next level of the 3475. We're basically at the level right now. We're basically $10 below it. You can see that we're extremely overbought at 70 out of 70 at the moment. We are still curving up on the MACD front. So we are leaping up at all spectrum in full cylinder. The next level we could potentially get up to, if we're going to be extremely overbought, would be somewhere around 3650, which is the next level. Or coming back down to 3350, which is the next level, right? And I think, if we're to buy now, that's a pretty risky proposition because of the fact that we're very overbought. At the same time, the next leap up is going to be, triangulating into 80 to 85 out of 70. Then that could be problematic because of the imbalance in the buying and selling pressure that we have in this assets, right? So very overbought. I would say if you were to buy now, I would say I'll probably wait off until we come back down to more of a better level. Somewhere around like below 3,000 possibly, because of the level of leap down that we get back down to more of an optimized level. So 3,000, 3,150 would be better level for us to buy the dip. I would say 2,853 is still where I would be buying it. If I were to incur for the first time, I would not necessarily chase in at the moment. But if you have already been holding Ethereum, I think just better probably just hold for now without moving and just like hold for a long term. With respect to Bitcoin, at the moment, you can see that we clearly sold down to the 44, and all the way down to 42. We sold down all the way to 44, and we subsequently bounced back up because of the reversal over market. You can see that we have reversed back up on the RSI momentum front as well, and so is the MACD front. But you can see that, is it long lasting? And I think we're levitating between levels, so I would say that the probability of it actually keep going up would be relatively low, right? But who knows, right? We could technically keep leaping up, but it's all about the risk management level that you want to incur, right? Do you want to be buying at this level, knowing the fact that we've surged for quite some time now? We took some breather, so it was the logical move to maybe DCA around like the 44,000. But we're in the mid levels right now, so can we hold on and keep leaping up? I would say that's something you want to think about, right? In terms of DCing now or buying in for the first time. And for Ethereum Classic, which is a new addition, we are very overbought right now. You could see that we pumped up because of the overall market has been pumping up. You could understand that if we've been looking into the technicals, this has been a downward wedge that we were forming. At the same time, this pump up was because the wedge was formed and then subsequently pump up. So now we hit that all-time, like I would say this is near all-time high, right? No, not all-time high. So we are, the reason we hit all the way to 53 is because we had a bunch of consolidation level here prior. But at the same time, you could see that the momentum's already cooling down. So we could see a curve down on MACD front, we're a curve down on RSI front. So as we form a death cross, it's gonna be very logical, and because of the fact that we're relatively robust, so I think we're gonna sell back down all the way to the 38, possibly to, I would say, I think the likelihood of actually selling down to 34 is very likely. And I see like going all the way to 25 again? I would say not really. I would say, based on the current setup at 68 out of 70 right now, going down to 33 would be where I would start DCAing at. But if you want to talk about just like logical technicals, 38 would be the first level, second level would be 34, and then the other level will be 27 from here. Dogecoin anywhere from basically 611 to 1066 below would be good level for us to DCA. Cardano's now up about 2.5%. I like anywhere from basically 85 all the way to 75 from here, at the 67 out of 70. Solana is at 136 right now, so very parabolic with the 80 out of 70. So learn to take profit around these levels, because we could keep leaping up. Technically, yeah, we could. We could get all the way to 90 out of 70 for what we know, but the risk is very high. So taking profit will be a very logical move. XRP is about 1.72%. 69 to 57 would be where I would DCA at. Polkadot's about 2.5%. I like anywhere from basically, again, 16 all the way to 1406 from here. Algorand's about 1.4%. I like anywhere from basically 75 all the way to 67 from here. Right now, it's not the best level to incur risk at the 66 out of 70. Shiba Inu's up about 1%. I like 2100, 1400 to 900 from here. Polygon's up about 5.22%, 142 to 120. AVAX about 0.40%, 59 to 50 from here. Luna is about 2.6%, 105 at the moment right now. With the 63 out of 70 curving down at the moment. Anywhere from basically, if I was to think about DCAing it based on the current setup, I would not touch this until like 58 all the way to, basically 48 from here. Like I think that's those would be the more depleted discount level based on what we see so far, right? But again, 62, 62, 52 to 45 from here based on the current setups. And that's it really for this Friday. Hopefully this is helpful. And again, for those that follow on my trade Patreon, today would be the day to subscribe to it so you don't lose out on the updates going forward that I will be posting on a day-to-day basis. You also have direct access to me, and I try to respond. I do have a lot of messages that I have to get back to, but for YouTube it's hard for me to gauge who's the real message, who's not, and I tend to just have more like focused conversations on Patreon instead of YouTube, right? Because it's more protected as well. So appreciate you, have a good day, and take care. Bye.